Mm-hmm. Hey guys, my name is Nick McLean, and this is the NM Music Channel, where we talk about anything and everything related to the modern musician. And today, you've joined us for the 3:30 jazz lesson of the day, every single day at 3:30, where we do a little bit of different stuff every day. Today, Mondays, starting a new tradition, is recording our newest lesson, what we're going to be talking about today, and how to work on it. So another couple things on our menu here. Let's get our menu up because you guys know how these live lessons work. Kind of do them all as we speak. So we got to edit this menu over here. Let's fix this. Yeah. Of course, we're going to be transcribing or listening. Yeah. And then next week or this week, we're not transcribing the preacher. This week's, I don't know what project we're working on yet. I do know today's project, and I do know tomorrow's project, actually. So stick around for the end of the video to find that out. But let's edit these things. Let's figure out what we're doing today so that when I edit this video down to put on the channel later, it works. Here we go. So today, yeah, we got to listen. We always got to listen. Some new recommendations, new stuff for the playlist, our community playlist. Here we go. The second thing we're going to be doing today is the 5 chord. So 5 chord. C-H-O-R-D. And the last thing we're going to be doing, introducing the new segment. New segment. Cool. We'll hit done and move this over there. Check it out. Here's our new to-do list. Today's to-do list we got here. Listen, the 5 chord, and a new segment to be announced at the end of today's lesson. So let's get into it. It's actually pretty simple today. We're going to be taking one of the things we learned from last week's lesson. If you haven't watched that lesson, that's the video is called My First 2-5-1. Go listen to that and play along with it. Like I said, all these things are play along, so grab your horn, get ready to play along. Hopefully, we're going to get some good stuff learning today. Like I said, today is a simple lesson, and it's about a sound that you can use over that 5 chord that's kind of built into what we talked about last week. So we need to, first of all, get rid of this. We need to go ahead and, what's it called? Erase this chalkboard behind me and get that ready to go so that you can see exactly what we're doing. So we want to see that 5 chord again in concert B flat major. So let me write that out on the board, and yeah, hang tight. First, we need to see the board, don't we? And there it is, and we can even zoom in a little bit. Very interesting. There we go. All right, so let me get that written up on the board, and we want to see these couple chords that we want to look at, especially the 5 chord in the key of B flat major. All right, I'll be right back. All right, hopefully you can see that pretty well. I'm going to get a better angle here and move off to the screen so you can see that and me at the same time. There's a way to do that. Here we go. We were doing some split screening, I guess. Let's try split screen. I've never tried split screen before. Wow. Actually, it looks beautiful. Check that out. Check that out. So, yeah, we got the B flat major progression 1-5 there. It's a very simple progression for today, and very easy to deal with. And what we want to do is look at that a little bit better and understand one of the coolest sounds that you can use while improvising over that 5 chord, right? First of all, we have these chords that we talked about in our last week's lessons. They're not triads. They're not 3-note chords. They're called 7th chords. They're 4-note chords. Go figure, whoever wrote that up. But it makes a lot of sense because the 7th or the 4th note that comes in is the 7th note up from the root. So you can see there over that 1 chord, we have C is the root. Let me get my fingers on screen. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes up from C in the key of C, staying diatonic, which means a part of the key, right? In the key of C is the 7th. All right, if you move over to that 5 chord, we have G, B, D, and F, right? G, A, B, C, D, E, F. And we're using that F natural as opposed to F sharp, which would normally be in the key of G major, because we're sticking here into the key. And I found my first live mistake of the day. You guys see it there? Look at that right there. I wrote out B flat major, and we're talking in the key of C major. All right, a little transposition there. You know, these are the trumpet keys. Let me write down the B flat major, and keep in mind that this over here is in C. So I'm going to put an arrow going over here, right? Let me hold on one second. That's what happens when a trumpet player comes in here and tries to transpose for everyone. All right, so as you can see, as you can't see, I wonder if I can even adjust that. So, hey, thanks for hanging with me, by the way, and working with us for getting this working. Can I drag? No. I know what to do. Way easier, and it gets my face out of there, too. Perfect. All right, I went ahead and wrote up that B flat major transition up there, the original key B flat major, concert B flat major, which is our, you know, the most important instruments, joking aside, C major. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is how to use this diminished sound. Why does the diminished sound work when you're playing this 5 chord? To explain that, we get to do one cool concept today, right? 1, we got to know what a diminished chord is. We'll get there. And 2, we got to make sure we can talk about extensions. And if you guys have heard about extensions, they're the ways that we color these chords, right? They make it even more specific to which scale you're going to, because the more notes you can put in there that go to a certain tonality, the more you can define that tonality. So yeah, we need to extend these chords up a little bit, right? We need to extend these up from the root, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, from 4-note chords up to 5-note chords for the extension, right? If you notice, they're all odd numbers. Root, skip the 2nd note, the 3rd. Skip the 4th note, the 5th. Skip the 6th note, the 7th. Skip the 8th note, or the root again, and you're back to the 2nd. But in jazz, you're not going to call it the 2nd. You're going to call it the 9th, because 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 notes away from that low root. Here we go. 9 notes away from that low root, you got the 9th note up, which is going to be in the key of C major, or the 9th in our trumpet key is going to be D, right? C, E, G, B, D, the 5th note. And over in B flat major, you're going to have B flat, D, F, A, and C, adding that concert note up there. All right, so when you're looking at that, that's a really easy way. Let's go ahead and extend that 1 chord, right? While I'm writing that extension down, I'm going to write the 5 chord extension down as well. Can you guys think of it? And in the chat on the right, let me know what it is, what you guys think about it, or what you guys think that this the extension of the 5 chord would be. All right? For both concert or trumpet pitch, doesn't really matter. Let's try it out and write that down. Okay. Okay. So you got your 1 chord there with the extension. That's up to D in the key of C. And your 5 chords up to A. in the key of C. Now notice still we're staying diatonic no matter what. And now the line separates us out to concert pitch on the right side of the board, which we got the B flat major going up to C as the ninth, and on the 5 chord going up to G as the fifth, the ninth, right? Now that still doesn't make a diminished chord. A diminished chord has a very specific sound to it, right? The diminished chord is an evenly spaced chord, which means from each note to the next note is the same distance or the same intervals. I don't want to go into intervals. I don't like intervals. I don't like the sound, but you can go into intervals if you want. They're minor thirds. They're separated by minor thirds. Or if you think about the how many half steps in it, including the first note, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're separated by 4 half steps each, right? Now, to make this diminished chord happen, we actually have to borrow a note from the minor scale, right? Turning that ninth into something else, right? In the parallel minor scale, the scale that goes along with it, you need to have a flat 6th note, right? In the key of C, it'd be C, D, E, F, G, A. That's the 6th note. Flat that note, and that's going to become A flat. In the key of B flat, you got your G on the 5 chord. The ninth of the 5 chord is G. Lower that to the flat 6th note, and you're going to have the flat 6 there as well, the G flat. And there's where the diminished sound comes in. Let me write that down on the board. I'll get my horn, we'll play along, and I'll show you that sound really quick. And we've talked about how that sound fits into the 5 chord and how you can justify how you use it, right? It's a borrowed note from the minor scale, right? The ninth of the 5 chord needs to go down by a half step. All right, so let's check it out. How does it look on the board? All right. So let's use that. Let's just hear how that sounds. First, I'm going to play that 1 chord. Then I'm going to play the diminished chord. I'm going to play it completely out of time so you can hear it, hear the tonalities. And then let's resolve back to the original 1 chord. So I'm playing in my key of C, concert B flat, written on the side of the board, on the right side of the board. And you can play along with whatever you want. So here, check it out. Yeah, it's a fairly easy sound, and you can see how all the notes of that diminished chord kind of leads you back to playing in the key of the tonic key. Lead you back to the tonic chord. Some very simple improvisation using purely chord tone based stuff, right? On the C major chord, I was really trying my best to only use chord tones. That way you guys can follow along and play along as well. So your assignment this week is I want you to find a 2-5-1 backing track in the key of your choice. If you are a more advanced player, don't choose B flat major or C major, right? Choose something a little bit harder. And then I want you to make a recording of yourself using that diminished arpeggio even and how we got it. Now notice on my diminished arpeggio, I went up from the 3rd of the 5 chords. So the 3, 5, 7, flat 9 of the 5 chord is the actual diminished chord, right? If you check that out, B to D is that minor third, or it has 4 half steps. D to F, right, is the minor third, has 4 half steps, and F to A flat is the minor third, has 4 half steps. Now check that out. That's a 3-note chord, a diminished. So it's B, D, F, A flat. My bad. It's a 4-note chord. It's a 4-note chord. Yeah. So check it out. Where do you think that A flat's going to go to? If you know, or if you want to, follow along and check that out, where is the A flat, or where's the flat 9 gonna? If you kept going up that same chord, that same diminished chord, where is that going to go? That's the big question. If you know, let me know in the comments. Yeah, you know how it works. All right, so back to your assignment. I want you to grab a 2-5-1 backing track. We're going to load one up here momentarily. And I want you to, over the 5 chord of the 2-5-1 backing track, right? You can slow it down, doesn't matter how slow. I want you to improvise using some of the tips and tricks that we've discussed on these live lessons so far on other days, some tips and tricks days. And yeah, use those tips and tricks, rhythmic tricks or limitation tricks to practice improvising using the arpeggio of the 1 chord and the arpeggio of the 5 chord, or the arpeggio of the 5 chord with a flat 9, or the arpeggio of the flat chord with a flat 9, excluding the root of the 5 chord, which makes the diminished chord. All right, if that's a little too fast for you, let me know. I'd like to do a couple easier lessons again next week. We had a really easy lesson. Ooh, excuse me. We had a really easy lesson last week, and I think next week we'll have a pretty easy lesson as well. This one's a little bit more theoretically challenging, as you need to know your minor scales as well. All right, so cool. Let's go on to it. I'm going to grab that backing track, and I want you to go ahead and listen to something close to what I want you to be able to do for your assignment. Notice I say assignment. So, you know, at the bottom of every video, in the description, there's a link. You click that link, it sends you to my website, and you can send me videos or audio of yourself playing these assignments, right? You can choose, right now we only have 2 videos, but in the future you can choose any of our videos, record yourself, send it in, and I'm going to give you some live feedback, either on the live program, or I'll just record it by myself if you state that you don't want it broadcasted live. I'll just record it myself and send it back to your email. I'll do this for free for every single person. All right, so yeah, that's in the video description at the bottom of the description there, or I guess it's right in the middle, huh? All right, so on YouTube, let me load YouTube up here quick. YouTube. And I want you to type in 251 concert B flat major, and let's just keep it simple with what we did today. And I'm going to show you some tips and tricks, or I guess I should show you what you are working on for today. So we got 2, which is II, 5, which is a big capital V, and 1, B flat major. And there's a couple of them that pop up. The first one is a 2, 5, 1, 6. We haven't talked about the 6 yet, so let's choose the second one down here. The 2, 5, 1 guitar, back and track, and yeah, you get it. You'll find that one that works. All right. Muting this for a second so we don't have to watch the ad. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in these jazz lessons or have something that you want to work on, hit me up over in the comments or in the live chat on the right. I'm going to take a second here and do that. And yeah, do that by reading that is what I mean. To listen to your suggestions and what you guys want to help with or want to work on. If you miss these lessons, I try to post every single one of them to the YouTube channel as well. So check that out on my channel. So, and if you don't have if you haven't subscribed yet, you know, that's an easy way to find me again in the future and to see more cool videos about how to play jazz. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit play on this backing track, and you're going to hear me arpeggiating over the 1 chord, over the 5 chord. That diminished one is what we were talking about. So let's try that, and you guys join in as you can on your own, of course. Don't you love when that happens? All right. So we talked about your assignment. Let's go on to the next portion. For that, we need a new camera angle here because you guys do not need that chalkboard over there anymore. How cool is that? Hold on. There. How cool is that? I could do that all day. Maybe if I go to an angle, would it look better? Over there. Wow. Or even up. Or up and over. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that being said, okay. All right, we are back to on track, and yeah, to get things started again, you got our new lesson of the day, which is every single Monday I'm going to be posting a lesson here and teaching it live, teaching one simple concept, teaching that live. We might do that a couple times a week. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but definitely every single Monday I'm going to be coming on here and talking about that. Then, yeah. Practice it. Make sure you submit your lesson in the link below. Subscribe and keep following along because I want to keep helping you guys get better at jazz and understanding some basic jazz theory. And really, it's not even jazz theory we're talking about. This is just plain old music theory, how music works. All right, so yeah, after you've done that, you know what we can use? Some music. Yeah, we got two more things to do today. One, I need to announce this new tomorrow's, I guess. Is it tomorrow's? Should it be tomorrow's? Yeah. Way of new segment, I guess. Yeah, our new segment. So the new segment we're getting on is a Q&A, but we have a special twist to it, especially since it's a growing kind of thing. And as we get more people to watch this and join in and actually ask questions, any question you want, by the way, about music, right? As we do that, we'll do a Q&A on Tuesdays. And the Q&A, we're going to, if we don't have people in here asking questions, I've thought of that. We're going to go to a couple trumpet forums, and we're going to go to a couple jazz forums about people asking questions. We're going to do that together, and we're going to just answer their questions right here live. And then we're going to link all of that, link our topic and our conversation, link the video straight to their channel, or straight to their, to their channel, straight to their response, right? There will not be an absence of questions. So yeah, that brings us to the last thing. Now you know, you know what we're doing tomorrow. So join us for that. Brings us to the last thing, and today, you know how we always do. We need to listen. Here we go. Now I've gone ahead and moved listening to the very end of the live stream because YouTube, though, has given me permission to listen and share this music with you. I guess they haven't given me, but usually they don't mind that we are studying the music is what I've been finding out here. Instead of just broadcasting music. That's not what we're doing here. We're studying this music. That being said alone, they do have to put a limit on when you can see this versus when it gets broadcasted. So I can do it live, and then if we did the listening right in the middle or right in the beginning of it, they'd cut us off. They'd temporarily shut down this live stream, and that's not what we want. All right, so today, we are listening to a tune I've been listening to a lot lately. First, we need to check out what is on our playlist, right? What is there? What is on our jazz current playlist? What is the last thing we listened to? If you guys are following along with that, let me know that if something you've been listening to, that we can listen to that together here. All right, so we have our playlist. If you haven't been hip to this yet, we have the jazz listening playlist on my channel where we listen to something new every single day and add it to that playlist. So what are we going to listen to today? I know exactly what we're listening to today. Found it last night. I was busy listening on my own to some Lee Morgan.
Let's have the Oscar Peterson Trio.
One of my favorite trumpet players.
Moanin'.
Here we go. I'm going to link this video.
Let's have the Oscar Peterson.
Yeah, so if you guys have any recommendations of what you want to listen to on this channel or what you want other people to be hip to, let me know. You know how to let me know. There's many ways, and you can go ahead about that anyway. Like I said before, if you guys are interested in this, make sure you're sharing, liking, subscribing, getting other people in here to study these simple concepts and learn the basics of music. Look forward to a couple videos on my channel this week. I have at least 2 in the process that I'm about to finish editing, and I'm really kind of glad I don't have to edit this one too much. All right, so with that being said, we are done for the day. It's a quick 25-minute live stream, very easy, very going. But today we learned about and review the 5 chord and using that diminished sound and how that diminished sound is kind of already hidden in there. Then we announced our new segment that we'll be doing on Tuesdays. The Tuesday segment is we will be doing a Q&A with or without you. If you're not here, we're going to be finding people's questions that they have on forums and whatever. You go back and watch that. We're going to answer your questions. And lastly, we're going to be going on and doing a little bit of listening at the end of each lesson instead of the beginning, just to avoid that live stream blocking that YouTube does. All right. Hope I helped, and I hope you can benefit from this. I'll talk to you guys soon.